So right now, start with setting up a company. But before you set up a company in Workday or a company hire, you need to set up a reorg. Reorg is nothing but a reorganization. Is a kind of head or a place where you can track purpose details for each and everything. Okay, so you can track when the company was set up, when the company hierarchy was set up, when the company was rolled up to company hierarchy, and so on. So that's what you can do. Pretty much everything you can see, like the roles were assigned to that company and who did that, everything.
Yes.
So let's go to the task is pretty simple. Create a reorg. We'll use the same which we did last time, Twitter. Unique name, so in future whenever we need this for our transactions and configurations, we can use it. We can remember this name. The reorg. Okay, reorganization date, from which date you want to track history or the audit of the organization that you're going to set up. So I'm saying 01/01/1900 or their effective date or the organization availability date. Why it's not working? 01. Okay, so once we've done that, okay here. Okay, now the thing is, if you click on this three dots here, three dots or a related action, frequently we call it as a related action. Somewhere you would see this three dot as a related action button. Somewhere you would see only three dots. In general, we call it as a related action, means the related action of this object. What you can do.
Okay.
After you create an object, the best practice is you go to integration ID and change their reference ID. Now, what is the reference ID? Reference ID is nothing but you can use to do a bulk upload data in the system, or through integration, you can use it to connect with other systems outside of Workday. So basically, either integration team uses it or the functional team to upload the data in bulk. Integration team use the reference ID to link the system with other applications outside of Workday. That's a best practice. So go to edit reference ID. Now system would have generated their own reference ID here by default. So we'll get rid of this. We'll give our own reference ID here, which is easy to remember. So we'll say TW reorg. Okay, something like this. TW reorg. You can give anything. General practices, you give some alphanumeric values here, like C102 or anything which resembles the tech name. So once it's done, we'll create the company hierarchy now. Okay, and then we'll create the company. So let's create the company hierarchy. The task is pretty simple. Create company hierarchy. New York. Now, from which date this company hierarchy is effective? When this company got in place or hierarchy got in place, that date. It can be 2022 also, it can be 1800 also, it can be anything in 1990s also. So since whenever this company got set up or established, that is the date which we have to put here. So for now, it's picking up the date from the reorg. So it would have given today's date in the reorg here. It would have shown you the today's date in this field also.
Okay.
Now we'll give a name here. So we'll say Twitter consolidations or Twitter holdings company hierarchy. Okay, we'll give a sweet short code here. So we'll say Twitter holding company hierarchy. Now we'll just use this code in the reference ID also. So include code in the name means bring this code before this company hierarchy name. Subtype is company, visibility is everyone, Now we'll assign some roles here because we would need these roles later on. And how this security works, the security works from bottom to top. Okay, sorry, from top to bottom. So anything you assign at the top level, that will be inherited to sub level also, or subordinates also, or the sister firms also. So this is the parent company hierarchy, and anything which will assign it to this company hierarchy, that will also get all these roles once you assign that company. So I'll show you for now. I'll assign the accounting manager because this is the role that we are going to need for opening up the ledger periods and everything. So we'll say assign to Teresa Serrano. Perfect. Let's assign a few more roles. And you would see later on that once we set up our company, at that time it will not show any roles, but once we assign the company to company hierarchy here, it will show all the roles got inherited. So let's say accounts payable settlement specialist. Let's assign this also to Teresa Serrano. Right. So first of all, we create a role, maintain assignable role. Then we create a security for that role. Then we assign those roles. Now there's a difference here. You have a role-based security group. So this is a role-based security group. If you see heading here, okay, assignable role. This is a role-based security group. You assign it to positions. If you see the name is coming on, but the position is coming first. Delivered security groups are, but remaining you have to create by yourself. Okay. Now we have assigned this. When hit OK, remember we have to use this code here, and in the reference ID we have to paste it. So we'll go to integration ID. Now if I type THCH, it should bring up my company right here automatically. See, that's the reference value. Now company hierarchy is done. Now we have to set up our company. So we'll say create company. So Twitter, Elon Musk, he bought the company. Come on, Twitter Inc. It's $48 billion for. So we'll give it like Twitter 101. Code type. You know what? He just uses like only 7% of the shareholdings to buy this company. Just 7%. So here I want to talk about this function for 30 seconds. So visibility right now is set up to everyone. Okay, what it means that anyone, either that person is assigned to this company at any role or not, that person can also see this company. When they want to search this company, they will be able to see that. Second option says no. If I have assigned any role to this company, only that person can see. Suppose I have assigned accounting manager to Gori, then only Gori can find this company in the search bar, or accounts payable manager to then only he can see. It's like that. Role assignees and members means I have assigned a role also and you are a member also. Okay, it's not on all conditions. You have to be a role assignee and a member also. Role assigned of current and superiors. Either you have a role assigned to the current company or either the parent company. If you have the access in the superior company also, then also you can get the access here to view this company. By default, in Workday, we keep the visibility to everyone. We don't change it. Okay. Any implementation you will see, I'm not sure about companies, but 99.99% of the companies would set this to everyone. Now, remember we have to use this code. Go to integration ID. Where is the I got time or what? I mean, perfectly fine now. Yes. Now I want to show you one thing. If I go further, so let's put the code. Let's go to our company first. Now, if you go to roles here, you would see that nothing is here. No role has been assigned to anyone because we haven't done it and we have to set up the company. But once I assign the company to company hierarchy, you would see that here you show Teresa Serrano inherit. Means it got the access in inheritance from the superior. We'll set up some basic details of the company, like contact details. So we go to company, contact information. In case you have not seen that, go to this three dots, related action, company, and then edit company contact information. Here we'll give a phone number, a primary phone number of the company. We'll say phone device, it's a mobile. It's primary use for billing, remittance, shipping. Address, add one US address here. Okay. This address would be used for primarily for billing, remittance, shipping, mailing also, other business also. This address could be used for storage, street address, and tax reporting also. Visibility again, it's a public. Email, let's add Twitter at gmail.com. Okay. So address is done now. Now we'll add an ownership detail, like who owns this company. In case you haven't seen the previous task, I went to this three dots, company, and added company contact information. That's the place where I had given this contact information. But after this, we have to do one more thing here, couple more things. So we'll go to this edit company ownership details. Let's see. Okay here. We'll add any random company just to show the functionality here. The purpose is to show you the functionality. We'll say that GMS USA, Global Modern Service USA, is the owner of this company, owning 100% of the company in equity and 100% in terms of your income also. In real world scenario, you would have at least 2-3 companies owning like 25, 50, 75 kind of ratio. of the company. It can be 10% also. Because if you see the angel firms, I'm not sure if you are aware about this, but the angel firms are the firms who invest in startups, right? So time somebody starts for a funding of their startup, Series A, they start initial seed funding, they call it. Then you have seen this Shark Tank, right, where they have gone to these three people and said, "This is our business model, and we would like to invest in our business." Then they said, "Okay, I'll give you 10 lakh instead of 50% equity or 10% equity." So this is what all about. That they will own 10% of the business or 25% of the business. In return, they will give 100% or like 10 lakh, 15 lakh, kind of that thing. Now ownership is done. Now we'll add the tax IDs. Again, go to company, tax details. We'll go to tax ID here. As it's a US company, we'll say USA here. We'll give a random tax ID type here, which is employee ID number. Identification number, we'll just give a number here, like what is the ID number basically in short. Don't go with I.
So,
India, okay, like GST in Assam, city in, okay, these are like state tax, GST. This is central state tax, TIN number, company identification number, all those things. So just like this, you can add multiple values here. There is no such restriction. Once you've done that, there's still no rules here. Now, as I have to assign this company to company hierarchy, I'll do one thing. I'll go to this TWCH. Now, I just went to my company hierarchy. I'll click on these three dots here. I'll go to reorg. Okay. This is what where you have to go. Dots of your company hierarchy. Click on this assign included organizations. Give the reorg name. Hit OK. Now give your company name here, which you want to include in this. So I've added Twitter here. Okay. Now if you go to details here, it will show this company hierarchy includes this company here. Okay. Now I want to show you one thing. So as I assigned the company to company hierarchy, so the rows should have inherited from top to bottom. So let's check it out. Go to rows. Okay. Why it's not showing up? Maybe the effective date is not correct. Let me just change the effective date. Sometimes yeah, it's showing up. Maybe the one which will refresh, or maybe by tomorrow. Okay, it will show all these things. Accountant. Okay, no need to worry, because maybe of effective date, it's not showing up right now, but maybe by tomorrow it will show, and definitely it should show the accounting manager role and accounts payable specialist also, accounts payable settlement specialist also in this role section. So big companies keep on acquisition and hiring or acquiring new companies. Like Google also, they acquire many companies, or big four companies like PwC, Deloitte. They hire any consulting firms. or companies. So
Right.
hired that company, okay, that date could also be the effective date, because in their system of Deloitte, the system was not there earlier, and it's getting effective from when they have purchased it.